I know what you did, Sammy. He stilled his spoon mid-air. What are you talking about? I leaned in. Tony told me everything. His face turned pale. I don't know what. Shut up. I slammed my hands on the table. You paid a man to sleep with me? Why? His mask cracked, and for the first time I saw something dark in his eyes. Then he smacked. You weren't supposed to find out. I felt sick. So it's true. He exhaled, leaning back. I needed evidence for divorce. Divorce? Why? What did I do? You would have asked me. His jaw tightened. And lose half of my wealth? No, I needed you to be the guilty one. My hands clenched into fists. He wanted to ruin me, humiliate me, leave me with nothing. But why? Well, he underestimated me. I stood, gripping my phone. I recorded everything. You're finished, Sammy. His face darkened. Give me that phone, Adana, over my dead body. He launched at me, but I was faster. I ran out of the house and headed to my lawyer's office to file for a divorce. Sitting in my lawyer's office, I stared at the divorce papers before me, my mind clouded with anger and confusion. Why did he do this? I asked myself for the 100th time. Why would Sammy go to such extreme to frame me? It wasn't just about the money, I knew it. Sammy was wealthy, too wealthy to care about half sharing. There had to be more. Then, like a puzzle clicking into place, I remembered something. A few months ago, I had stumbled upon a hospital bill in Sammy's name, a paternity test. He had brushed it off, claiming it was for a friend. But now it made sense. Sammy had a child outside our marriage. The realization sent a chill down my spine. He wanted a divorce, but he didn't want to look like the bad guy. If I was exposed as a cheater, he could live guilt-free and with his reputation intact. I clenched my fist. So that's what this was about. A secret child, a mistress. I wasn't going to let him win. Armed with this new suspicion, I hired a private investigator. 2 days later, the truth came crashing down. Sammy had been having an affair for 3 years. His mistress, Amara, had just given birth to a baby boy. He wanted to marry her, but first he needed me out of the picture, and he was willing to destroy me to do it. I felt an eerie calm as I processed it all. Sammy was a master manipulator, but he had underestimated me. I returned home that evening and found him sipping whiskey like a man who had already won. You should sign the papers, Adana, he said smugly. I smiled and slid an envelope across the table. Before I do, I have something for you. He opened it. Inside were pictures of him and Amara, hospital records, proof of his affair. His face drained of color. If you don't give me 70% of your assets and walk away quietly, I will make sure everyone sees this, I whispered. You wouldn't dare, he growled. I leaned in, my face like steel. Try me. 2 weeks later, Sammy signed over everything. His wealth, his business, his pride. I walked out of our marriage richer, stronger and wiser. As for Sammy, his mistress left him when the money had dried up. Justice was served.